Is December over yet? Because I have had enough. What is good, guys? Welcome back to Behind the Dugouts, and I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. If you do celebrate it, I know I did. Up until today, it was a good Christmas, good food, time spent with the family, and it was definitely strange not to see Chelsea play on Boxing Day, but I'll be real, I want December to be over. I want it to end. We've still got Bournemouth to play, but this has been an absolute torture of a month. And once again today, we got tortured. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1, and they embarrassed us at home, of all places. They embarrassed us. Similar to the Newcastle game last week, it was a tale of two halves, except this time we capitulated in the second half, not in the first half. It was just awful from the 60th minute onwards, I would say. But let's look at the lineup first. So the lineup for me was pretty much what I expected, bar one player in Badiashile. Farn and Trev have been building up some great chemistry. The partnership's unreal. The clean sheets have been coming. There, to me, I didn't see a need to rotate. But of course, I don't know if Fafana was just not fit, if he was picking up a niggle. I don't know the reasoning. I'm still waiting to find out why. But Badiashile started. And other than that, I was happy with the lineup. I knew Neto and Garnacho were going to start on the wings. Esteval's just come back from the flu, I think it was, so I didn't expect him to start. I knew João Pedro was going to start up top to Liam Lap. Geezer must be eating his Wheatie Bix because his recovery times are a joke. He seems to be out for 8 weeks but comes back in 4. I don't understand. I want to know what that guy's eating. But I expected all the other players to start. And the first half, and if we talk about the first half in isolation, we were on it, man. We were on it. We were winning every second ball, every third ball. We were dominating the midfield. Passing was pretty crisp. We were in control of the game for pretty much the entirety of the first half. And we limited Aston Villa to what I think it was like a 0.06 XG in that first half. They created absolutely nothing. They couldn't string barely 2 or 3 passes together. And every time they were getting the ball, we were winning it back very, very quickly. It was a dominant first half performance. The only thing, and we say this all the time, that we should have done more is we should have scored more goals. We went into that second half period 1-0 up. We've gone in at half time. João Pedro's got his little flick on. Didn't really know too much about it. Reece James assist. But we take those. Whatever it is to get the ball back at the net, because at the moment, it takes us a while to get that first goal. So it was good to get the first goal, not go behind, and get us in the ascendancy. But after that, we couldn't put the ball back at the net, and we needed that second goal. And we always need that freaking second goal to have that cushion. Because there was always going to be a spell in this game where Aston Villa were going to find some momentum. They were going to get on top, and most likely we're going to find the ball in the back of the net. That's just football. That is what's always going to happen. So we needed that 2-goal cushion, and we couldn't do it in the first half. We couldn't get that second goal, but we've gone in, we're in the ascendancy, we're 1-0 up. We need to come back in that second half, and we need to just, same again, pile the pressure on, put that ball in the box, find that second goal. And the first 15 minutes in that second half, we did. We were playing the same football. We were dominating midfield still. We were still creating chances. That one, Cole Palmer across the box to Garnacho on the back post. John McGinn comes in, hell of a recovery run to block that shot. But we should have at least found the back of the net on a few occasions in that game. Enzo Fernandez, he had a few that he's missed. We should have gone 2-0 up. Once Aston Villa made their substitutions, they brought on the likes of Onana, Sancho on, that's when the game changed. And I didn't realise they had a player called Moses, because our defence was parted like the seas the moment their substitutions were made. The amount of balls that went in behind after the substitutions were ridiculous. I'm looking at our defence. I'm seeing freaking Reece James, Cucurella in midfield. I'm seeing Badiashile and Trevor Chalobah so far apart. They were getting in Ollie Watkins must have had the ball in behind about 5, 6 times in the space of about 15 minutes. I have no idea what happened, what the instructions had been given, because we should have just stayed playing the same way. But for some reason, we became so open, so open. And it was just a matter of time before they found the back of the net. We had one just before, I think it was Boubacar Kamara that got in behind. Sanchez made a great save. And to be fair to Sanchez, for me, our best player today. Could have been a lot worse. He made some really crucial saves. His claiming from crosses was unreal. His distribution was quick. It was on point. He had a really good game, but was let down by every other player in front of him. Every single one of them in that second half was poor. All in behind. Ollie Watkins again gets lucky, shoots, Sanchez saves, bounces off his knee, goes in the back of the net. 1-1. And then you're thinking, come on, kick into gear, get control of this game again, go out and get that second goal. And that's not what happened. From that moment, it was just Aston Villa. The whole rest of the game. They were peppering us. They were getting corner after corner. They were putting their crosses, and lo and behold, their goal came from a corner. And Ollie Watkins again, back of the net, 2-1. Piss poor. Chelsea once again. And we are now out of the top 4. And by the end of the weekend, could be in 6th place. The gap between from 1st down to 4th is a joke. The gap from 3rd to 4th is a joke. And we are now finding ourselves further and further away from the top, further and further out of that top 4 spot. Because at the moment, it's literally that 4th spot that's available. Because Aston Villa, Man City and Arsenal, they're flying. Ain't nobody catching them at the moment unless one of them has a complete capitulation towards the end of the season, which I don't see that happening at the moment. No teams are even close. So we are now in a scrap with about 3, 4, 5 teams. I mean, Brentford, they're just behind us. United are level on points. United, who are having one of the worst seasons, not doing great under me, they're on the same points as us. And we are out of the top 4. You know, we got to the point now we accepted the title challenge was out the window. We were never going to do it. We don't have the squad for it. Sporting directors, we haven't recruited well enough to mount the title challenge. But what we did expect as a bare minimum was to make top 4 comfortable. We want to be finishing this season in top 4 comfortably. And that ain't even going to plan. Because we are now struggling with 5 or 6 teams for one spot. And those other teams around us are getting better. They're picking up results. And we are capitulating. A draw to Newcastle, a loss to Aston Villa, and we're moving further and further down. We've got Bournemouth in midweek. I'm not even feeling confident we can go and pick up points against this Bournemouth team with the way that we are playing and how we are capitulating in a half of football. It's beyond a joke. We know we're not doing any business in January, and if it is, it's going to be for a kid. Don't expect any super signing to come in and save something, because it's not going to happen. Maresca has got his work cut out for him. He's got his work cut out for him, and thank God there is only one game left in this month, because December, I'm done with it. Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. Let's get to January, and hopefully we can start the new year fresh. Pick up some freaking points, because it's painful to watch. It is literal torture right now as a Chelsea fan to get through this month of December. And we always tend to go through a December, but these last few seasons, it's been bad, man. It has been really bad. We need to sort out this month. I don't know what we got to do, but we need to sort it out, because we can't go through the season after season. We'll never win a title if we have a month where we just capitulate like this. It's just not what you want to see from a top side. But rambled on enough, guys. That is all from me. Get your thoughts about this game in the comments below. What would you have done? Who would you have played? Get your thoughts in the comments below. But for now, guys, that is all from me. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.